Hi! Today we're going to learn about rationalizing the denominator. Hi! Today we're going to learn about rationalizing fractions. Let's say we have an example like this. We have 3 over the square root of 2. Now when you want to rationalize a fraction, you have to first rationalize the denominator. That's how it works, because you don't want the denominator to be negative or have a square root. You want it to be a rational number that is on the bottom. And it has to be positive and with nothing on it. So how do we do that? So the first thing we do is we multiply it by whatever. We have to multiply it by 1 technically, but any form of 1 will do. So if we need to multiply it by the square root of 2 again, because that'll make it 2. And that'll be also square root of 2 on top to make it 1. So what we've done, the answer to that is the square root of 2, 3 times the square root of 2 over 2 for number 1. Let me erase this because it's getting in the way. So for number 2, we have 5 times 2 square root 2. 5 times 2 square root 2. So basically what we could do is we could multiply by 2 square root of 2, or we could multiply it by, we'll just multiply it by 2 square root of 2 to make it simpler. 5 times 2 square root 2 times 2 square root 2, 2 square root 2. So, as you can see, how we multiply the whole numbers first and then the square roots. So it'll be 10 square root 2 over, because 5 times 2 is 10, and you don't multiply it if it's not square root, over 2 times 2 is 4, plus square root of 2 times square root of 2 is, multiplied by square root of 2 times square root of 2, which is 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Almost lost my grip. And that's not the end. Well, we also have to simplify. It'll be 4, and that'll be 5. So our answer is 5 square root 2 over 4. Another way we could have done it is just multiplied it by the square root of 2. And then we would have had a simpler way of doing it. The third thing that we have is 6 over square root of I. Now, if you guys didn't know from the previous, we have another video on imaginary numbers, which is basically what this is. I is the square root of negative 1. So, if we wanted to have I squared, we would have I squared would equal negative 1, because when you square a square root, it takes out the square root, and then we just have negative 1. So that's exactly what we need to do. And the only way we need to do that is multiply it by I. And we can't have I only in the bottom, we have to multiply by I on the top, so that we can still have it equal to 1. So it'll be 6I over I squared. And as we established before, I squared is equal to negative 1. So it'll be 6I, or it'll be negative 6I over 1, because we can't have 6I over negative 1, it'll be just a negative fraction. Today we learned about rationalizing fractions. Thank you for watching this video.